Hi, my kindergarten friends. I'm so glad you're back for another lesson of junior achievement. Today is lesson number 5, and it's all about giving. We are going to talk about giving today to round off all of our lessons from JA. So let's do a quick review before we get started. We first started to talk about making good choices and how every day we get to choose lots of things for ourselves. We get to choose how we're going to react to different situations. Then we talked about needs and wants and how we get to make choices of the things that we need versus the things that we want and how we want to spend our money. Then, boys and girls, we spent some time talking about how we in fact earn money. And we earn money usually through 2 ways, either through something that you can actually buy, which we call a good, or you can do something and provide a service to someone else, like cutting hair or going to the dentist. So all of these things help us to earn money. And we talked about how money comes in some different forms, in coins and in dollars, and a lot of us use debit cards today. We also discussed how our money a lot of times goes to a bank or a credit union, and they keep our money safe for us until we are ready to use it or spend it. And when we're not spending it, we are saving it. We talked a lot about how we save for the future. Sometimes we save for things that we want to get, and sometimes we just save for a rainy day. So any money that we are not using, we are saving it. So there's 3 ways that we use money. We spend it, we save it, and we give it. And so today we're going to talk about giving. Now, boys and girls, you don't have to have money in order to give to someone else. But you can save up your money to help a different organization. Think about a fundraiser at school. Are you raising money to give to a worthy cause? We are. We just had a fundraiser for our school's PTO, and that money goes to helping teachers throughout the year. We do special things for them. We also get to do fun activities like a mother-son event and a father-daughter activity. And that ends up being free for families because we do a fundraiser and we give back to our community. So sometimes we can actually give by doing things for other people. Think about some things you could do either around your house to give back to mom and dad, or maybe to one of your neighbors. In our neighborhood, we've got a lot of neighbors who are older, and so we can help them out by mowing their yard. We can rake their leaves and pick weeds out of their garden. There's lots of ways that you can help the people around you by doing simple tasks and chores that will make them feel special. We're going to talk about a story today from Charlie. Our story is called Charlie Builds a Garden. And we're going to talk about how Charlie gives back to his community by doing something special. So let's read this together, boys and girls.
Charlie Plants a Garden, a book by Junior Achievement. Charlie sat with his grandmother at the kitchen table. It was the first day of spring. "When I was a little girl, I lived on a farm," Grandma Laura said. "Each spring we planted a vegetable garden. The corn was sweet and delicious. I haven't planted a garden in a very long time," Grandma Laura sighed. The next day, Charlie walked to school with his friends. A vegetable garden sounded great, he thought. Why couldn't the neighborhood have its own garden filled with fresh vegetables for everyone to enjoy? Charlie told his teacher, Mr. Jacobs, his idea for a vegetable garden. Mr. Jacobs smiled. "I think we could make your idea into a class project and share what we grow with the community." Mr. Jacobs said some of the vegetables would go to the local food pantry to feed the hungry. Charlie and his classmates couldn't wait to get started. After working out the details, Mr. Jacobs said the class could start a neighborhood garden in the empty space across the street from the school. Mr. Jacobs gave everyone a letter to take home, explaining the class project and inviting families to help. A garden would need lots of things. Mr. Jacobs told the students they could sell seed cups for $1 each to raise money. Mr. Jacobs helped the students get started. He gave everyone 2 packets. One packet had flower seeds, the other packet had vegetable seeds. Mr. Jacobs showed everyone how to glue the pictures of their plants onto the outside of the cups. When the glue had dried, the students put soil in the cups. They put seeds on top of the soil, and then they covered them with more soil. Mr. Jacobs had the students put their cups on a table by the window. Everyone took a turn watering the seeds. Little green sprouts soon pushed up from the dark soil. In a few weeks, the vegetable plants would be big enough to plant in the garden. While they waited for the vegetable plants to grow, the students sold the flower cups. Family and friends put the cups in their windows for neighbors to see. When all the money had been collected, Mr. Jacobs told the class they had enough to buy 2 rakes, 2 shovels, a hose, and a watering can. They were ready to start work on their garden. Charlie liked digging in the dirt in the garden. He carefully measured the space between the holes he dug. He filled the holes with corn plants and patted the dirt in place. Spring came and went. Soon it was summer. Charlie, his neighbors, and classmates visited the neighborhood garden often, pulling weeds and watering the plants. Finally, the garden was ready for everyone in the neighborhood to start picking vegetables. Charlie picked corn to give to the food pantry and some to take home. Grandma Laura cooked the corn that night for dinner. Charlie's garden corn was sweet and delicious, just like the corn Grandma Laura grew when she was young. Charlie felt happy. He knew he had worked hard and done something special for the neighborhood.
Wow, boys and girls, didn't Charlie have a great idea? Let's review our story together. Who can tell me what this story was about? Very good. It's about a boy who gets an idea to help his neighborhood. So Charlie had an idea to help other people in his neighborhood by doing what? Planting a garden, growing vegetables. That's right. Grandma sparks an idea in Charlie to grow vegetables to help people in his community. Does Charlie get help in this story? He sure does. At first, it's his teacher that decides we should do this as a class project, and then all the kids in his classroom decide to pitch in and help out with Charlie's idea. Do you think it was better to work as a team or to work just by himself? Here's a good illustration of how the kids all got together to create that garden. What if Charlie did that garden all by himself? How would it look different? That's right. It probably would not be as big. It's really hard to take care of a garden all summer long. And if you're doing it all by yourself, you're going to be doing a lot of work every day. So by getting other people to work with Charlie, they're able to share in the responsibility, but then they also get to share in the joy that they give to other people at the end of the story when they all get to pick their vegetables and they get to give them to the food shelters, and they even get to take some home to share in that excitement and just appreciate the work that they did for themselves. So boys and girls, I want you to think about some things that you can do to help out. What could you do at home to help someone else? Is there something that you could do maybe in your neighborhood or for the people around you? Think about how you can share and how you can give to those around you. So boys and girls, we have spent 5 weeks together and we have learned a lot of wonderful things that you can take with you as you grow up. Also in kindergarten, there are so many things that you're going to learn that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life, like working together, sharing, making good decisions and choices, and doing your best every single day are things that grown-ups use all the time. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad I got to spend this time with you. Thank you for letting Junior Achievement share in your learning, and I hope to see you again someday. Bye, boys and girls.